Without the brave and heroic Thin Blue Line American police force, shall we bow down in homage to the Thin Blue Line warriors who protect our land? Nope, I don't believe we shall. Who would threaten to mace a room full of innocent, screaming kids at a birthday party while calling them MFers?
Hey, back up. I will spray every motherfucker. Back up. Back up.
Before we get into today's video, support the channel by snagging our brand new, just released original design. Road Pirates Violate Your Rights. Get the design on any item. You can even play around with the size, make it as big as you want, and select any color you want. Your purchase helps keep the channel going. Get them while you can, because they got a habit of removing my designs from the store for some reason. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. In yesterday's video, we witnessed the Mesa Police Department expectantly and happily gang up on and brutalize Daniel Barraza, who at an October 22nd, 2022 kid's birthday party had just single-handedly deactivated, we'll say, a pervert who is inappropriately touching underage girls on the dance floor, including Daniel's goddaughter. Daniel, who has no record, wasn't going to let a creep get away with that, so he took care of business, protected his family and the partygoers, and ejected the man from the party. Butthurt that he couldn't freely continue his perversion, the man called the cops and told them that he had been punched by Daniel. Less than 20 seconds after encountering Daniel, for no apparent reason, Officer Monterez violently pushes Daniel back, after which 4 Mesa cops dogpile him, beat him, and torture him with their tasers until he lost consciousness. Turns out Officer Monterez was part of a 2018 police scandal where he and several other officers beat another man unconscious, resulting in a $350,000 settlement for the city. Now, with body cameras rolling, Monterez and his Thin Blue Line thugs decide to not only brutalize Daniel in full view of a room full of kids, 2 of the officers prepared their cans of mace before they even initiated the violence against Daniel. One of them even threatening to spray every MFer there. And the MFers he's referring to are young kids screaming in fear of the Mesa Police Department at a birthday party.
Hey, back up. I will spray every motherfucker. Back up. Back up.
Adding insult to injury, one of the cops inappropriately pushes Daniel's goddaughter back as she attempts to let him know what actually happened. And as if things couldn't get any worse, all the cops lied about nearly everything on their reports, knowing full well that they all recorded everything with their body cams. In yesterday's video, I included several links. One to the City of Mesa Facebook page and one to the Mesa Police Department Twitter page. I wrote in the pinned comment that if you leave them a comment, I may read it in a follow-up video. So here we go. Under the Mesa Police Department Twitter page, Zach says, breaking news, Mesa has not just a few bad cops on the force, they have a huge issue with brainwashing in the academy and not actually training properly. This leads to taxpayers paying for lawsuits. Ben writes, congratulations for being the worst police department in the country. Yaz Host says, protecting pedophiles and threatening children isn't justice. We the People writes, keep having to come here to point out your department's failing. At this point, I might as well bookmark the page. Assault, kidnapping, threatening children, disturbing the peace, destruction of property, traumatizing kids. Mesa PD is beyond saving at this point. The angry Gen Xer says, you should celebrate the termination of Officer Monterez and the other tyrants who thugged their way around the city. I guess the $350,000 civil lawsuit he was a part of wasn't enough. Dirk says, criminals. Anonymous writes, I will never come to Mesa, Arizona. One comment I saw that I couldn't find again said, come to Mesa on vacation, leave on probation. Greg says, you need to celebrate it by arresting multiple police officers for assault and submitting false police reports. Flo writes, absolute garbage department full of liars and thugs. What do you expect from the department that sanctioned the murder of Daniel Shaver? A disruptive influencer says, celebrate by cleaning up the cesspool of corruption in your department. RJ McReady says, if you call the police in Mesa, Arizona because some creep is touching your 15-year-old daughter in a sexual manner, they will beat your ass unconscious and not bother with the pedophile. Now, I haven't heard any reports on what they did with that guy who touched Daniel's goddaughter. If you guys hear anything, let me know in the comments. Brian says, the punishment for every single cop in your department should be that they are beaten unconscious in front of their families. Not just the ones in the video, all of you. Maybe then police will start policing their own. Kevin writes, why don't you take the time to arrest the cowardly, dishonest you-know-whats that you have unleashed on the public? They need to be locked up, lying sacks of you-know-what, one and all. Horace says, prayers for those out risking their lives to assault a roomful of children at a birthday celebration. Patrick says, did your team of thugs take the day off from assaulting citizens, or was it tyrant business as usual? Thomas asks, why aren't these corrupt tyrant pigs fired for their criminal acts and making false reports? Mesa Police Department, you need to explain yourself why they are still employed. Jackbooted coward thugs. Urot dropped DirectD's video and says, your brittle house of cards gets closer to falling over with each day you lying psychopaths breathe the same air as real Americans. Make no mistake, these traitors, meaning the Mesa Police Department, hate you and American values. Old fat white guy says, Mesa Police Department be like, what's wrong? I was just doing my job. Sparkblood says, I just watched a video of you tattooed brain-dead thugs surrounding and going hands-on with a man at a birthday party for kicking out a pedo touching kids. Then a cop cursing and threatening to mace kids. I'm truly amazed that people haven't started hunting you maggots down. There are even more comments over on the City of Mesa's Facebook page. Surprisingly, they haven't disabled the comments yet. I'll leave the links again under this video. The reason I do this is because the tone-deaf City Council and the Mesa Police Department need to understand that people are sick and tired of the tyranny and a drastic change needs to be made. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab a shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, know what your rights are and exercise your rights. If you don't exercise those rights, you will lose them. Freedom is dangerous. The only thing more dangerous is not having it. I'll see you in the next video.